Welcome to Soto Creations, where we make your imagination a reality. I just got off work, my third night shift. We took the kids on vacation and just got back, and the next day I was back to work. This is my third night shift, but I have an event this morning that I need to go set up for. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Hopefully there are more rental items, but the biggest thing is the drapes. So I'm gonna take you guys with me to set it up. It's busy. It's gonna be a busy day because I'm rushing home to pick up a few things, grab Sabi, take her for her hair appointment, then go load the rest of the items in the truck and take that to go set up. Matt is going with me today to help out. But these are one of the situations where you are having to balance both things, two jobs, try to make things work, We're already doing it, so we're continuing. So here we go. I'll show you guys when I get to the venue to load everything and get set up. It's gonna take a little longer for me to set up than planned because, like I said, I worked, we went on vacation the day after I got off work. We just got back from vacation and I'm back to work. So haven't had much prep time, and I had a few issues with the flowers. So I'll have to put all that on site. So I'll show you guys what we do, and hopefully the customer is as happy at the end of everything. That's the goal. So thank you guys so much for being here. Please subscribe, like, share, and I appreciate all the support. See you soon. I had a quick change of clothes, just my scrub top, wore my Soto Creations t-shirt, dropped Sabi off, and we are at the venue. Matt is here as well. So I figured that while he is loading the truck with all the other things we are taking, I'm going to start adjusting these flowers just to save time. I have about 30 minutes before we are leaving. So my method here, because the client did not want as many of the greenery out, like you can see on that left side. So what I'm doing, if you saw me design this floral arch, you remember I had two pool noodles and I put the greenery on the outside. So I'm taking it out from the outside and tucking it into the inner pool noodle, so the opposite pool noodle, to shorten it more, because the greenery can only go in so far. There are three branches, so where the three split up, that's where you can't push it any further into the pool noodle. So to give up some of that space to make it shorter, I'm just tucking it into the pool noodle that's further in, so that it makes it look more narrow. And then to add even more dimension, so it's not just the greenery, I'm filling in again with my white hydrangea. I'm pulling out these flowers I initially used. The client wanted this light peach color. I could not find the roses. I ordered roses and they came like a neon orange. So they ended up saying I could use pink roses. So I'm just taking out the old ones, adjusting all of that, and adding some baby's breath as well to fill everything in. We used this for the wedding we had, and they did not need baby's breath on that, but I'm adding the baby's breath because the client's inspo picture has the baby's breath. Now I'm filling everything in, adding the pink roses, and just waiting as Matt is loading our stage skirt, the topper for the stage, the fabric, our drapes, our pipe and drape kit. He's getting all that loaded in the car. Then me and him will load the rest of the items and head to the venue. I have not been to this venue before, so you wait and see the interesting dynamics we had when we got to the venue, just to try to get everything done. But thank you guys so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. And thank you for your grace as I post. Lately, life has been busy, but we are pushing and continuing to do what we can. Like you can see, when I have this opportunity to decorate, I take it because this is what I love to do, and I try to show how I do it to you guys. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you consider clicking the subscribe button, and if you like the video, the like button as well, so you don't miss any of the videos that we post. If there are videos you'd like to see, please leave that in the comments so I'll know to plan for those as well. Doing the same thing on the left side, I am removing some of the excess greenery, just switching, and you can see the leaves are going further in. It's being tucked in, not by much. I would say maybe 2 or 3 inches, and that makes a huge difference in the design look. But everyone has their style and what they love, and this is just a different thing. Pretty much redid the whole floral arch, but in a sense, we didn't touch much of the white flowers. Now adding the rest of the pink, and we are ready to finish loading the truck. That's the back of my mechanics. You can see the 2 pool noodles that I was talking about. They also rented this screen for a video with their pictures. And this is the lobby of the hotel we are setting up at. I thought that quote was really nice, so read that when you get a chance. And this is the back end of things. How do we get all this stuff in? How? Where did Matt go? Is this our truck? I think it is.
Through here,
Oh God.
and then we have to go through here and get on this elevator.
Oh,
Look at the elevator.
8 by, yeah, this is not 8 foot long. Because I was thinking, okay, if we, it's not 8 foot, right? This is like 6.
It might be 9 foot. Because that's a 3-foot panel.
Okay, but regardless, we have the rail.
Yeah. I mean, we'd have to like stick them
And go
one
this
in the
way.
corner and go diagonal. And
Now that we got our plan down, it's time to get going. So I drove my car, Matt drove the truck. So he got there and I was going to park and figure out what to do, but I realized I had some items in my car. So he was able to get through. We had 2 doors to go through before the elevators, or 3 doors, then came up to like 2 other doors before we could go through the eating or dining area for the guests, and then here. So this is what the hall looks like. It took us 2 hours just to offload the truck. And knowing that I just got off work and I would do a quick install, it wasn't easy. So I just want to let you know that if you're decorating for events and you're being booked, please go through and ask what you need, or if there are elevators, the size of elevator, depending on what you're taking, right? Because we had to carry 4 by 8 pieces of stage, and luckily they were able to fit the elevator. But just seeing those hallways and trying to get the stage through all of that and do all of that, we just have to be better prepared. And that's the thing in life, you learn as you go with certain things. You learn to be able to do better and maximize your time, because time is the most important thing. But we were able to spend 2 hours just to get all our stuff here. And now while Matt is putting the top on the stage, I keep calling it a dance floor, putting the top on the stage, I'm finishing up the flowers I was making at the venue because it needed baby's breath for the left part. So that's what you're seeing me doing here. Matt is trying to straighten this top for the stage. This is the material we get at Home Depot. It's just kind of it's hard to describe. I'll link in the description that we use to cover the stage. Some people use this to cover like when they do balloon setups and different photo areas, and you can cut it out into different shapes. So he's taping that down. He's gonna put the skirt. Now that all of it is down, I'm working on the pipe and drape. So I have my 2 bases down. I have to measure because they wanted a 10 by 10 backdrop. So I'm measuring 10, and this will also allow me to know my center point to be able to design the drapes as well. So getting all that centered, and then we have our pipe and drape here. I'm putting the 2 uprights there, and then we'll work on putting the crossbars. Matt is getting the stage skirt tucked in and all arranged, and I have my first crossbar set up. Then I'm going to put the valance hanger towards the back because the design the client wants, they send me an inspo picture. They have some drapes that are extra from the design that come from the back. So I need the valance hanger from the back to get that set up. Repositioning the camera so you can see what I'm doing. I am sliding all my drapes through. I think I put 6 drapes on this first crossbar that's at the front. Once I have all my drapes on, then I'm going to get them all even. Matt is still working on covering up the skirt and getting all that set up, and he's going to start packing a few things so that we can head out on time. We also have to take the truck back so that they can use it for the furniture delivery this afternoon. But the drapes took me about 45 minutes from like doing the drapes and putting everything on the stage that needs to go on it. So if I were to come and just do that, it would have been faster. Another thing that made it so long is the design. I was going off of an inspo picture they sent that I had to figure out. And when you're doing a flowy backdrop with drapes, you design how you want things to go, which direction, but to use someone else's picture and try to make it look like the client wants is different. Now for the back piece, I'm putting 2 pieces of fabric starting out from the back going forward. Matt brought our lounge chair that they rented as well. And while he's taking that down, he always puts the things in front of the camera. If you watch videos and Matt is in it, you always know he either has a big balloon, a big bag of balloons in front of the camera, or he stands right in front of it. But I'm telling him I need to put the couch down for now so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then once I'm done, we'll get the couch on. So I have flipped the drape that I put from the back forward. You can see that piece, and there's another piece on the right side where that back curtain there is open. So I have that piece on. I'm just gonna attach that towards the back to keep it secure and prevent it from slipping. Then I'm going to put this other drape on this side because based on the inspo picture, there's a drape that comes in from the back. It's just me trying to follow their design. I kind of like those traditional drapes where you have the ties, or you just do like a Baroque draping where you gather the fabric. I love those a lot more. These are harder for me because you have to try to attach the fabric, help it to get to where it needs, and you work the fabric and things like that. It turned out beautiful, but for the design and having to cover it up again with the flowers, it made it where I felt like a Baroque drape could have looked nicer with the flowers in front of it, like the crisscross design, very elegant. But this is what they wanted, and I always have to honor that for the client. So getting all the folds, I cut off all the parts of trying to look at the inspo because I get nervous when I have to follow what they're doing. So sorry, they bumped the camera whenever they were putting the runner here, so I'll show you the bottom piece, but I do have a video at the end to show you how everything looks with the pictures. So I'm making my pole cover there, getting that on, and then I'll put the other pole cover on the right side, and I'll be able to raise the backdrop to be able to create the swoops for the bottom part of the drape. So raising that up, then we can start working on the other fabric. Matt was gracious enough to figure out the curtains that were with the venue at the back, so that light doesn't come in and doesn't make our backdrop really stand out. So I'm tucking in the fabric that I don't need to use at this point. Now I'm just trying to figure out, based on the design I have, the fabric, and pinning everything up without creating any tension on the drapes. You'll see how the final look is, as well tucking the fabric in so that I can have a better idea of how everything looks. We are on the right part. The design has the double swoop going to the left. The issue is pinning. When you pin, it pulls on the drapes and tugs. So I have to create mechanics to be able to prevent it from tugging and opening up the whole drape. It turned out beautiful. I love the elegant, how the fabric flows. And this is the ivory 4-way stretch fabric. So if you're looking for this, I get it from CV Linen. Love their fabric, love their 4-way stretch. So that's where you can find it. I get that question a lot. We are done with the backdrop. We're going to get the flowers on. Our first one, as you can see, the tall one, we'll put that on here. We make some adjustments as we go. I always put the weight in the back. That's a 30-pound weight. You carry what you can. I find that to help the most with the designs and the things I set up. Then I put the flowers in such a way that you can see my pole covers on the right and left side. This is how it looks. I'll show you the back. Pay attention to the pole at the very top, the crossbar, so you can see where the two drapes go from the back to the front. Then I have some clamps back there. So this is what it looks like. Thank you.